Welcome to day 2 of the NFL draft, man. I'm out here with my boy AJ.
What
We
up,
about
though,
to
bro? What up, though?
what's going on, man? We about to get started. The second day is in 7 minutes. But AJ, you got any questions you need to ask me beforehand? Anything about day 1 that you want to run off to me?
Nah, man. How you feel about the draft? How you feel about the first day of draft, man? On the Falcons pick.
I loved what we did
Mhm.
because the first thing is I know a lot of the folks were not happy with the fact that we doubled up and went. Well, a lot of folks weren't happy that we traded and gave away last year's first round pick.
Who wasn't happy about that?
There's some fans, they see the thing I learned about our fan base. They ain't never happy. They want us to be aggressive, then they get mad. If we don't be aggressive, then they get mad. But at the end of the day, you had to double up and address the number one need on the team because at this point, the Falcons, they know their job on the line. That's what last night showed me. They job on the line. Because if it wasn't on the line, we would have seen them go a totally different route.
So let me ask you this, because Q had his setup of like where they should be positioned at, right? How do you
Mm-hmm.
feel like it should line up on the depth chart right now? With like, where would you put James Pierce? Where would you put Jalen?
So
And then you gotta think about where, like, cause we playing the hybrid 3-4-4-3. Then you got Leonard Floyd as well, and then you got number 17. I can't never pronounce his name, but you got these two. So how would you set it up?
so the best way to answer your question, I'm gonna pull up the depth chart while we're talking about it.
Say less.
Because ourlads.com actually did a depth chart. This is the depth chart currently as it
Zoom
shows.
into it
So
real
right
quick.
now, we say
Zoom into it.
zoom in on. Okay. So as of right now, it looks like they're both going to be the outside linebackers. Well, which is just pass rushers. So they got us running they
So
still got us in 3-4 right now.
okay, so you got Morgan Fox at the left edge.
Yeah, you got
Who?
see
Hold up.
now.
What?
I would be me personally.
Something ain't right. Where's Leonard Floyd?
Little Floyd, he's right here he's the backup behind James Pierce right now. But I'm gonna tell you how I would do this. So as we see the depth chart,
The
I
fuck?
would put Floyd. See, the only thing I don't like about how they got the 3-4 set up, as you
What?
see, these guys are defensive. To me, they're defensive tackles.
Who?
I
Which
feel
one?
like
Floyd? Oh
I'm
no. You talking about
talking about Morgan Fox and of course Ayamada. I think all of them should be
definitely
considered as
Amada.
nickel tackles.
I would put Floyd where Amada is.
I would too. I would put Floyd where Ayamada at, and I would
I thought
put
that's where he would be at.
Ebiketie at another spot.
I thought that's where he would be at.
And this is where we've been fussing about for years that the Falcons have not done. They've been smart about how they handle things with that 3-4 defense because that was the problem last year with Grady Jarrett. He was out of position.
So we gonna
So
run with it. So they got Furry at safety, and we got Mike Hughes. That's what I was telling Q. They gonna put Mike Hughes at the left cornerback.
mm-hmm.
He kept talking about putting him at nickel. They got who at nickel? They got Offer at nickel right now. Like I fucking said, like exactly. Like I knew it. Like he kept talking about what's the name? Mike Hughes. I like they didn't give Mike Hughes a 4-year deal for no goddamn nickel.
Right.
You feel me? I don't. I think I would put. I would switch. Yeah, I think I would have to switch. I think Floyd should switch. I think Floyd should be with Fox at or David at.
I agree. I would put me personally, Floyd and Ebiketie would be my two down linemen. I
Because
would put.
Why would we sign Floyd to be a backup?
I don't understand that. I don't. So I think he's gonna be the starter with the rookie backing him up because at the end of the day they are rookies.
Hold
So
up, 17 in the backup too.
right. So you see the way they got
Who
it set
the
up.
fuck made this shit?
It's that base 3-4. The depth chart to probably change as it gets closer, but that's the spot they got him in currently. But if it was me, Ebiketie and Floyd would go to the D'Angelo's,
Yes.
and all of them, like Morgan Fox, Ayamada.
I would
I
have
would
them
push
back up
all
or
of them to,
DT.
yeah, I push Morgan Fox and Ayamada, Taquan and Dorless to DT. Zach Harrison can stay on the outside. You see what I'm saying? I think this is a 4-3 defense. I think they need to run a 4-3 defense.
I wouldn't be mad at it, but let me ask you this though: would that hinder one of Jalen? Because I seen Jalen. I think Jalen would be good in that 3-4.
I think
But
so.
I think Pierce would be good in the 4-3.
Yeah. So I don't think that we're gonna be fully committed to one particular defense. That's just me. I think we're
Yeah, I
gonna
know that's
end
what I
up.
was saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna end up running a multiple. But I do think that the way that this is set up, they definitely need to have them on the line because you need to have. Why not have it where you got even if you are in a 3-4, let two of them be in that box and have two rushing on that outside. That's how I would do it.
They what KD said? KD Bill said who the Falcons picking today day too. I wonder if they're gonna trade because we don't have a second round. We trade our second round yesterday when we moved up for James Pierce Jr.
Yeah,
so we only got a third.
So I would think it really depends on who's on the board at that time. At that time later on in the draft, because I don't know, like because I think.
You know who, like, because we're talking about a safety, and I didn't know Ryan Clark's son is in the draft. I didn't know
He
that.
definitely is. He definitely is. Let me go. I'm gonna go back to us. But yeah, the draft is kicking off. Yeah, I think it's gonna be defensive tackle or defensive back for us for sure.
So
tonight.
we think we need another DT.
You can't go wrong with it. I know we got Ruka Horo, who's gonna probably get more snaps this season than he got last year, but I think you can't go wrong depending on how many. Huh?
I was gonna say, what we're not talking about is the two D tackles that we drafted last year, two in the third, fourth round.
Yeah, I think we're gonna use Rook. I think Rook gonna play.
No, Rook was second. I'm talking about the one from Washington.
Oh, Dorless. You talking about Braylon Trice? So he might. Let's see. Word on the street is that Jets taking Miro in the second round. Yeah, I'm intrigued because I'm very intrigued because Cleveland got to be on the board first. I'm intrigued to see if Shador about to end up going off the board in this first 5 to 7 picks. I need Green to fall to Carolina. He's a Carolina and Mike Green to fall to Carolina. Now that'd be the perfect.
Bro, I also heard about that too. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of heard about that. I did want Mike. I'm not disappointed in the draft. But I did want Mike Green. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, that's somebody I did want.
Yeah, I definitely understand that. And I'm intrigued to see what the Browns got 2 of the first 4 picks in this round. So
would you think they'll I think they're gonna pull Shador though, man.
I do too.
But I'm hearing that they saying that the guy from North Carolina State, the quarterback from North Carolina State might go before Shador now. Tyler.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about now, Tyler? Mm-hmm. So I don't know, man. Like, that was a weird night, man. Like,
but I'm gonna tell you, I personally think that when that news came out about them interviews, I think that hurt him more than anything else.
What interviews?
They were talking about how he didn't do the best in pre-draft or Shador the wide receiver. Yeah, I think so too because you took Mason Graham last night, so you addressed that interior defensive line need. Now you need to go get you a receiver on the opposite side of Julie.
Which receiver would you take?
I would take Luther Burden if I was Cleveland. I almost said Chicago. I would take Luther Burden from Cleveland. I think Luther Burden is a solid.
Do he fit with them?
Yeah. To me, Luther Burden is a first-round talent, but I think the draft was a shocker last night because I didn't expect to run on offensive linemen. That was the thing I didn't expect last night. Let's see. I see some of the comments coming up. What's up, Justin? Justin said Luther Burden, I agree. What up, buddy? Nick said Burden.
I'm trying to figure because the only reason I say this, you got Cleveland draft these wide receivers, right? And their careers don't turn out. And bro has been having some issues. So I'm like, do you really want to send him Another way, you got to think about how Josh Gordon turned out. You got to think about how these wide receivers turn out there. They don't really turn out if they have these issues. So that's why I'm like, would they really keep taking a chance on that?
I think